Alright folks, welcome to another league with Titan Vial. What I'm going to be trying out today is a couple of things. Number one, Orioc Champion. While slightly worse against specifically the red decks, I expect this to be a little bit better against the black red prowess version specifically, because this one gets around Fatal Push very nicely. And also I expect this to be better against Jund slash Shadow. Particularly the Shadow matchups has felt kind of medium, and I think that Orioc Champion would help that matchup a lot. The other card that we're trying out is looking at this hand, Crumbling Vestige. Crumbling Vestige as was a suggestion, and we're gonna see how that works out. Let's just put up a Sua. It's Simon DS, thank you for that follow. Turn with Vial. One does not simply mulligan these hands. I sometimes do mulligan them. Well, like Eldrazi Skull means that we kind of get to choose our own destiny, and we can go whichever way we'd like. Ours is mine. Okay. Mono green Tron, I guess. We're probably gonna call for Reclaimer here. We can start ramping. Hit one HMR, thank you for the follow. So Temple Garden, Eldrazi Skull, Elvish Reclaimer, yes. Would love to find something that helps me out. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So this means that we cannot get Karn now. And depending on what they do. Sick. Alright, so we can Flagstones, or we can go get Ghost Quarter here. Flagstones is the high risk, high reward line. We'll start with the Prime sub. No way I'm not gonna put my $0 to you. Thank you so much, Wusa. Appreciate it. Welcome for the 5th month in a row. Titan Vials fans from Brazil, hey! Bem-vindo! Bem-vindo no stream. Pra que... No. Hangout. I don't know how to say hangout. Prazer tê-lo a você aqui? Maybe something like that. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. We could get Flagstones. Helps us develop our mana. Helps us get towards field. It's only worse if we get specifically ramming up off the top. I think I'm gonna risk it. This is like the high risk, high reward line. And with our hand being kind of weak, we might need to do a little bit of this. That's kind of great, right? So we can fetch. You can swing for 5 and play Golos. Okay, Forest. I'm gonna go get Ghost Quarter here. Next turn we start triggering field. Natty Tron into nonsense would be how we lose this game. Oh, Stone. Keep this on 3, I think. So they didn't have Sylvan Scrying before because they could have used it off the Chromatic Stars on the previous turn. But I feel I have to set up a second field here in order to get ahead. So I'm not going to crack this Ghost Quarter just yet, but I want to make sure that we can set up lethal for next turn. And that we can refuel in case my opponent has any land here, which they do, and they have the best possible. Okay. Floating a bunch of mana for no reason. And I guess we get a second field here. All right. So give me a Raminab, give me something like that, something nice. That's rough. Spyglass. Well, that's unfortunate. It does force our hand, and now Steve does not do anything for us. Meaning that it doesn't trigger the fields, right? Which is what I was trying to set up. Twitch isn't letting me subscribe, which is dumb and annoying. That's weird. Watch you play this for a couple of days now, and I can't wrap my head around how this deck wins consistently. I mean, it's not Absent, that's why it wins consistently. Alright, so now we're dead. Yeah, we needed to find a business spell at some point here. Pretty rough that we didn't. Ewit. For call. Yeah, don't think we have enough time. Good stuff. So Mind Sensor, Damping Spheres. Gargaroth. And what have I been cutting in this matchup? It's gonna be cutting Tracker, Bog. What's the other thing? Both Trackers? Brutal. Okay, I'm gonna keep this bottom. This hand has a plan, which is nice. And that plan is Reclaimer for Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter you forever. And I think we have the Vial on one. Oof. That's a sick draw. What kind of Cyberhead are you scared of? Is it just Ashiok and Blood Moon? Yeah, not even that much. Like, I've beaten Ashiok and Blood Moon a lot, honestly. Plan just got better? Yeah, a lot, right? It was an okay plan, now it became a really good plan. Alright, well, give me that Flagstones off the top one time. lucky. You sure you want to do that? Sounds like not a great move. Ghost Quarter. Go up to 3. Ghost Quarter that. There's no need to go squatter right now, that's why I didn't. Man, they found the Oblivion Stone. Nope, you can't play it. You can't play it. You can't play it. Can't. Suck this. I guess we get Flagstones here. Oh, Tron, never change, right? Never change, Tron. Oh, man. I got lured. I think I actually want to do this here. Play Golos. Go get Vesuva. It's a little bit on the risky side of things. They have the 4th basic. Damn it. Fuck. Yeah, I mean. It is what it is. No, we're not gonna be able to Vial the Titan. Feels bad, man. I know. Okay, so go to Plains here. Oblivion Stone is far and away the card that has given me the most problems with this deck. Far and away the card that has given me the most issues. It's not bad. So play land. We're gonna go get Ewit here. My opponent's really struggling with how Damping Sphere works. Yeah, we can get Ramina back, or we can get Call back. I think I'm gonna go for Call. I can cast it this turn, and we can call for Titan. Because I think Titan is how we win this game, you know? This means that Raminap is no longer an issue, but it's no longer an option, I mean, not an issue. But I think this is fine. Great Creator. That actually kind of sucks. Whether we call for it with a no Titan last turn? Because I couldn't cast it, right? I was... no, that's actually not true. Yeah, I fucked up. I should have gone for... I should have gone for Titan straight up. Feels bad, man. Okay, metal coating. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I'm gonna go for Dryad now. Because Dryad answers coding. Because it answers the Karn. And we get to start triggering Sombos. Also, I'm just gonna naturally draw the Karn, so obviously this was the correct line, you know? Why would this ever not be the correct line, right? Psh, silly me. Castle is the busted card? Yeah. Yeah. Probably not a great move. Worldly Tutor for Titan, that's great. Alright, so now we get to untap, we're gonna win. So I guess the only thing that matters is Ujin or Karn, but not that Karn, the big Karn. Wait, what happened there? Oh, that happened there. That's fine, that doesn't do anything. Thank you for the follow, Mimo Brand. Thank you for that follow. So Vesuva's gone, which sucks. Valakut plus Sanctuary? Valakut here. Bounce Vesuva. Yeah, we can bounce Vesuva. That's an option. Always yes. Actually, that's the option, I think. But we of course do this first. So we get to trigger. Always yes. Alright, oh, stone or bust. Yeah, I guess it would have been lethal. Whoops. I didn't think this turned it through. Yeah, it was lethal. Whatever. Yeah, it was definitely lethal. Should have killed my opponent instead of killing their Karn. It happens. The combo. I think this is good enough to keep though. Any untap land off the top, and we're gonna be in pretty good shape. Untap land, let's go. We got this, chat. We got this. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be an untapped land right here. See, right next to this Celestial Sanctuary that I left over here, there's gonna be an untapped land right here. Punt or BM? Interesting question. Untap land, let's go. Calling Vesuva. Shut up, Jose. Shut up, okay? It's gonna be an untapped land off the top. Basic plains. Basic plains. Look at it. Look at it. Look at these basic plains right here. Coming to the top of the deck. Oh man, the slow roll's killing me. You see? I told you. Imagine not having faith in me. Imagine not having faith in me. Real talk though. Am I supposed to Vial here next turn? No, I'm supposed to Thalia. Yeah, definitely supposed to Thalia. What are these skills and where can I learn them? It's a long voyage towards mastering the art of the perfect top deck. What's it like being so good at Magic? Feels good, I'm not gonna lie. Feels good. Interesting. We can't Vial plus Thalia. So I think I'm gonna go for Thalia. Because it disrupts more. And I'm not playing the Sanctuary on purpose, because next turn I'm playing the Dryad anyway. And this gives me more options. Ballista for 1. Right? They basically ask for 1k off the top. 1k off the top, let's go. Sure. Gonna go for Blast Zone. I mean, if they don't want to kill the Thalia, I'm okay with this. So now we get to Dryad. Now we Sanctuary. And if we draw an untapped land, we win. And if we don't, we still get to Golos. Yeah, I couldn't do all this stuff because Vial has text, unfortunately for me. Dumpy Sphere has text, I mean. Unfortunately for me. Interesting. I mean, this is gonna be taking up their entire turn here, so I think I'm okay with this. I'm gonna put a counter on the Blast Zone. Next turn they have to time walk themselves. But look at you. And if I get to untap, I just win. Damping Fear has been really good against Tron. Probably most of the matches that I won against Tron has been because of Damping Sphere specifically. Boom boom. And Dryad. Dryad's not bad either. May I kill you? Thank you. Another Tron player goes down to the mighty Titan Vial. If I get to untap, I just win. You sound like a Disney villain there. I feel like that's something that I say pretty often. But what I also say very often is something like this. Ultra Combo! Good stuff. Alright, some caster mage. What you got? So close. Damn, alright, so I guess we're drawing all over non-green, non-untapped sources. Keep this bottom. What's my record against Tron? I know that I lost to it twice exactly. Well, here we go again. This one we're probably not gonna win. I'll tell you that much. Every single Vial League I play, I doubt Fran. Every single stream he fills me back in. Dude, like I'm just telling you. Just get a planes here. Here's hoping. We're totally gonna get to untap, right? We're totally gonna get to untap with this knight. It's totally gonna happen, chat. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be just fine. Right? Right, chat? Right? It's gonna be fine. Tell me it's gonna be fine. Tell me it's gonna be fine. Do we have it? If we draw Titan, we win. We have a channel point option right there. Yeah, if this is a worm call, we might be okay. Firework hasn't been so good for me. Yeah, I'm trying out Oriole Champion today. We tried Fireworker yesterday. Oh no! The worst timeline. I could have made it the knight a 3/3, but I wanted to get value from tracker. Feels bad, man. Oh, feels real bad, man. Because we didn't even trade for the ballista there. Track with double Flaxton's value tracker. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, Kevin, I've been saying it for a while. People continue not believing me, and I'm just like, sounds good. I'll just continue winning while you folks doubt me. That's fine. It's okay. Okay, so this has to be Eldrazi Tron, right? They have 10 mana and all they did is like activate. Yeah, this is Eldrazi Tron. Point away the superior lands. That's just not true. Okay, so we're gonna need the cards and we're gonna need the mana. So I'm just basically giving out my tracker here. That's fine. Just like put your counter and kill my tracker or whatever. But I need the mana, and if we draw a Titan, then we actually might just win. So we have 2 draw steps towards either a Titan, a Golos, something like that. I'm a non-believer myself. I ordered the Vials. Sean, I expected better from you. Okay. See what you got, Garderoth. I'll pull the trigger on the next paycheck. Vials, Thalias, and Flagstones. Here we go. Yep. I received my playset of Flagstones, which was nice. And I'm still waiting for my Vials. Will Garderoth get there? I don't know. We're gonna find out on the next episode. Or I guess this episode. The thing is that they have so many cards. I just put them in really good shape here. Like this ballista doesn't really do that much, but if they find a card, they can go. First of all, they deny me a draw step, and also they can go get a Snare and Bridge, which makes Garderoth silly. Thought Knot would be kind of annoying as well. Mimic? Excuse me? What's up, Bellinsor? How you doing? Did you swap the 13 Block Island for a basic again? No, I swap it for Crumbling Vestige. So I'm going to start the turn by attacking and drawing a card. Don't really care about my life total. Oh, GD Coltrane. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. Well, nice to see you again then, my friend. It has been a minute. Bye-bye, Garderoth. They got back a Reshaper. Okay. I think I'm just going to play to the board here. It's better against Thought Knot. It's worse against specifically Karn because I'm not gonna be able to crack this clue anymore. But now I'm gonna be able to draw a bunch of cards with Nylea. And barring exactly what blows me out here, all this dust. Barring exactly all this dust, we should be good. Been away from Magic for a while. It's nice to see the stream going on and with viewers. You should. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Been having a lot of fun. Okay, OP. What are you gonna get there? Blast Zone. Sure, that's fine. I wonder if they cut all this dust from Mimic. I don't know, but like, this doesn't strike me as a playable Magic card. That's the only problem that I see. So we cannot block here, but that's fine. We're looking for Valakut. We're looking for... Well, Prime Time is the best draw. Let's start with the clue. We can still cast Titan with the clue. Huh. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we can get the tracker here. some Zombos. I guess I'm gonna attack with Annihilea. Might as well. Mimics he's playing in Eldrazi Stompy. Yeah, I know. But this is not Eldrazi Stompy, because Eldrazi Stompy plays like Blink Moth and stuff like that. All they have to do is they just have to ping the Eternal Witness, and this is not a creature anymore, so they can just ping the tracker too. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. But it was basically free to attack. It forces my opponent to activate the Ballista. They don't seem to have too much business going on. Ghost Quarter. It's fine. I should definitely not activate now, because that allows me to crack Clue. Uses my mana better. Yeah, I have no idea why they just have nothing going on. It really surprises me a lot. It is quite surprising, honestly. Forest. No, let's draw that one. Wait. Oh, that was a draw step. Oh, okay, that sucks. Yeah, we can put that one in the bin. Oh, actually, we can play this file. So let's play it. I have no idea what their hand is. Like, this Ballista is doing a reasonable amount of work, but at the same time, it's kind of doing nothing. That's a good one for them. It's funny because like both of us are just like wildly whiffing. Both of us have multiple cards in our deck that would do a lot towards just winning the game on the spot. And somehow neither of us are able to find those cards. It's pretty funny. Smasher, I don't think we care too much about that one. It does shorten the clock. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna get 3 activations. It's an interesting attack. It's probably correct. It's probably correct. But now I can throw everything here. And they're gonna have to use a ping to kill the Eternal Witness if they don't want to trade with the Smasher, which means that this means that I gained a bunch of life, and it also means that my Dryad is safe this turn. So if I do top deck a Titan, we actually just win. Even a Golos would be sick. And I think I'm supposed to activate on upkeep. Because if we find a Valakut, we get to bin it. But now I'm supposed to draw because we can draw a Titan and I need a mana to cast it. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man! Yeah, so I'm just gonna go get Raminap here. We're going to call for Raminap, play the field, get my guaranteed value. We're 1 mana short of casting. Where's Raminap? Yeah, we can do Golos, but I think that Raminap is more value. Because we're gonna get like a trillion zombies if my opponent doesn't do anything. We're gonna get guaranteed field triggers. And now we're gonna get to replay Flagstones. Keep this one. We just get so much value. We even get an extra Nylea activation at this point. Valakut Ballista, they have no board. Yes, but if I Valakut Ballista, then like if first of all, if they have this member, I lose, and second of all, I would still be losing to their top decks. So they're gonna be putting counters on the Blast Zone, which is fine. We still have a ton of zombies. Blast Zone kills Dryad either way. Yeah, they can still answer the Dryad here. Like, if I had gotten Golos, I would get a Valakut, and that's kind of it, right? This allowed me to put 12 power in play. Which is okay, right? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. So they're gonna start doing more stuff. I think the Ballista will end up being a downfall. No, I don't think so. They're gonna need more. Ballista combined with other stuff might end up killing us, but if they don't, just this Ballista is not gonna be enough. Because we have draws that just win the game, right? And we're drawing multiple cards a turn thanks to Nylea. Squid. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Have another Smasher. Childish for 1. You got it. Cracking Blast Zone. Also good. Wastes. Just bumping Ballista and attacking could have won the game? I don't think so. I don't think that we ever really got to that point. Vial on the bin, thank you. So trigger on the stack, activate, call, nope. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. So if we attack with everything at Ugin, they trade here. they need to sack the ballista to protect it. So they have a couple of free blocks there, that's fine, whatever. And now they have that one, which is a quote-unquote free block, because it draws them a card. Wow. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we get to Titan here. Prime time. Yeah, we successfully have entered the all is dust or bust phase of the game. Because they're dead next turn. I guess they could have Karn, and if they empty their hand, maybe they get to this stuff. Do you care about... I think I care about holding this in hand, actually. Just making free summon boss every turn. Alright, so Karn for... Karn for bridge is their line. Or all is dust. Either or. I think all this dust is actually lethal. Yeah, all this dust is lethal. I don't think they have big Ugin. Small Ugin doesn't do it. Second blast zone. They went through half of their deck and they have not been able to find a Karn. Maybe they cut the Karns for Mimics? That seems so bad though. Alright, so upkeep. Down the pen. I've had so many people tell me that they have been unimpressed by Nylea, and I honestly just don't understand it. Is this actually lethal? So they block here, they block here. Yeah, this is actually lethal. Because we get to Knight of Autumn, destroy the Walking Ballista. Is indestructibility make it better than Dustwatch? I mean, my opponent would have been able to kill Dustwatch very easily that game, and instead it was Annihilea. Annihilea just continued to give me value over infinite turns. Yes, I am very, very certain that the indestructibility is a huge part of it. Nylea, Vizier of the Menagerie, all of those cards would have been a lot worse. Keep this. That's such a poetic statement, Kevin. Watching you beat Tron with this deck is like watching a caterpillar turn into a butterfly. Ah, beautiful. So beautiful. Put him to 4. The cost reduction as 90 is also nice. Yes, it's also been nice. But the draw a million cards a turn ability has been really good. Like, we basically got to draw gas every single turn, and even we had turns where we drew like 4 cards in a single turn. Like, that's so nuts. That is so absurdly nuts. The cost reversal on the back of Dust Squatch. Yeah. Baby Bite, thank you for the follow. Probably not quite how that works, but sure. We might get got by Blast Zone here, but fix my mana. Say go. Strictly better Heartless Summoning. Vial strictly better Cryptic. 1 strictly better Cantrip. Tracker strictly better Puff. Prime time, don't get me started. I think Wizards might have a thing for green. Oh yeah, I love that. I'm not upset that Wizards has a thing for green cards. Please play out this Blast Zone. Thought not. So their hand is Blast Zone plus Unknown. The printed cost though, yeah. MC Force 23, think about the follow. Okay. I think I'm just gonna play a 4-3 here. Let's go, baby. Is this a Toxic the biggest stream I heard so much about, or is that another? Oh no, that's another one, baby. Bite, you're good here. Yeah, I imagine that they have another threat, but like if they use the threat, that means if they deploy another Thought Knot or I don't know, like whatever. I'm taking this trade. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm totally taking this trade. 700%. Because this means like if they spend their mana to deploy another threat, that means that I get access to Vial. So I'm okay with that. So this is gonna be a tracker. So now we're gonna play Steve. Flashing Steve on end step. Squid. That's hilarious. And I love that my opponent is consistent about naming Squid with either Vial. With their Cavern. That's funny. So, we get to do this first. Oh, hello. Now it's like, do you want to give me a ton of mana, or what's your end game, OP? What's your end game here? Tell me. If they attack, I snap off the double block. I snapped it off. I snap it off so fast. Only 3 more counters? Yeah, but like the thing is, yeah, these are not good exchanges for them. Yeah, you can't attack there. And that's my point. I just have so much time. And they kind of have to use the Blast Zone to get rid of my Vials. Because it feels a little bit like their hope is that I never get to... to 6 mana somehow. Nylea. Interesting. We could try to Laxac here. I think we just pass. They can put 2 counters on this Blast Zone. That's fine. That means that my Vials are gonna get to cast my Prime Time. And it also means that we get to Time Walk my opponent again. And now Nylea is gonna give me... Like, if they do this main phase, we got them so hard, because Nylea actually allows me to cast my Titan this turn, which is hilarious. Damn, Nylea, so good! Nylea, so good! No, I don't want to shuffle, because I can just Vial in Nylea and then cast Titan on this very turn. So sick! Nylea, so sick. This is a Blast Zone activation. I think this game is over, yeah. Take 4 here, don't care. Scott Aragon 20, thank you for the follow. We're gonna say no here, we're gonna say no here. Violin Nylea. Cast Prime Time. Oh, we even got to activate Nylea, that's insane. That's great. Okay, so... Let's do Garenbrig Valakut. And now we win the game. Nylea so sick. Nylea so sick. So sick. No third thought that I think your opponent forgot to warm up their deck. Yeah. GG's. Titan Vial. Titan Vial. Titan Vial. Too easy. Too easy. Time for bed. Thanks for the tea. Yeah, you're welcome, Alex. Have a good night. Have a good night. Let's get paired against prowess. I would like to get paired against prowess. Test my sideboard configurations and stuff. Better. On the blind, I think I'm gonna bottom the Nylea. And in the blind, I'm gonna go get a Temple Garden just in case. It costs me more life, which I'm not happy about, but still okay for Elder. It's been fine. Yeah, I'm not like sold by, but I'm not like, what can I say? It's not that I want it 100%, basically. Like, it's definitely the flex slot in the deck currently, in its current iteration. It's more of a flex slot than Nylea, for example, for me. Because in case you haven't heard it enough, I've been very impressed by Nylea. And they have the Bolt. Vial up to 3. Boom, boom. Activating Vial there for value. Value Vial. Boom, boom. Not playing the land because I don't want to show my opponent that we actually have Titan mana next turn. So maybe they will tap out on their turn or whatever. As usual, if this is just like a wreck deck, we're probably gonna be fine. If this is Scapeshift, we're very very heavy underdog. We're definitely an underdog against the Shift deck, which is unfortunate. With their current mana situation, it could go either way. Okay, so they do have Scapeshift. Okay, so we're just dead. Yeah, this is just one of our worst matchups. This is one of our absolute worst matchups. But like, if they tap out and we get to untap, then we actually just win, so... Also, we have a Ghost Quarter here, so... Gonna wait for them to choose where they stack all of their triggers. And if they don't have a basic mountain, we might kind of get away with murder here. I mean, I'm gonna go for it. Show me that basic mountain, opponent. Alright, so they have it. Okay, so... Mind Sensor, Eidolon. What I think Amulet in the current meta, it's not good. Not good. That's why I have not been playing it at all. Could you explain how to deal with the big stack of Balaka triggers like GQ or killing the Dryad? Yes, I could. So the way that Valakut works is it checks both. Ugh. Yeah, it's so close. I don't think I can time wolf myself on turn 1 and win this game. This is better. Okay, so basically the way that Scapeshift works is it checks when the card comes into play, and it also checks on resolution. So if when the triggers resolve, there are not 5 other mountains besides your mountain. So each mountain that triggers is going to create a trigger, right? And that trigger needs to resolve, and it needs to be good, basically. It needs to resolve for good. So what that means is that if your opponent has, like my opponent had in this case, they had 6 Valakuts, 6 mountains and 1 Valakut, 7 lands total. So if you destroyed one of the mountains there, what would happen is now the other mountains are gonna be looking to find 5 different mountains in play, but they're not gonna be 5 different, five other different mountains. So all of those triggers are going to fizzle, but the mountain that you did destroy is going to see the other 5 mountains in play, which means that the mountain that you did destroy, when the trigger resolves, is actually going to deal the damage, but the other mountains are not going to. Yeah, that is how it works. Cooldown max. That is exactly how it works. You kind of love that? Yeah, it's funny how that ends up working. Gust, my Reclaimer. Sure, whatever. So I guess we get Castle here. We play Steve, and with any untapped land, we're gonna be able to trigger Valakut to cast Titan. Sorry. So any untapped land casts Titan. Sweet. Surprise, motherfucker. Where is it? Give me the memes.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's such a great one. So yeah, I hope that made sense. It's really tough to explain something while you are actually like trying to play the game here. I'm trying to explain how this works and stuff, but hopefully it made sense there. So we're definitely getting Field, and I guess I'm getting Ghost Squatter. Go combat. And in response to anything that my opponent plays, I'm gonna flash in the Eidolon. Oh man. Top tier remote value, Magus. So if this is an anger, I flash in Eidolon in response, and we're fine. Keep these on 3. So getting Fountain definitely sounds good here, and I guess I'm gonna get a second field. Could get a Bog. Not really any use to getting Bog right now. So let's just do this. Definitely very important for us to get Fountain, because we want to get up to 20. In fact, I think I'm going to cast the second Titan here, and I'm going to get Radiant Fountain again. Can do Sanctuary and Fetchland. Fetchland allows me to kill with a Dryad off the top, so I think Fetchland is fine. So now they're gonna need, basically they're gonna need stuff that they cannot do, because there's a Thalia in play, so they cannot grow Spiral here, and they can only play one spell a turn, so they cannot grow Spiral plus stuff, and Scapeshift is not lethal. So basically what they need is to Cryptic Command here. They need to Cryptic tap. I need to not draw Dryad nor the other thing, which I was not going to. And then, yeah. All right, we got a game there. Got a game. I mean, yeah, this is what it is. We can't really do much better than this. It is as best as this deck can do against Scapeshift. Scapeshift is the kind of matchup that I just gave up with this list. I think this is a mulligan. Brutal. Not good. Certainly not good. Okay, that's actually a pretty good draw. Steve, no, you're my guy. Thalia. Teaching calculus at university, that's some big brain stuff. Wrinkly brain. Draken44, thank you so much for that Prime sub. Could only pop in briefly, but thanks again for all the awesome content. Oh, thank you so much for the support, Draken. I appreciate it. Maybe I should be doing this. This is a mistake. I should be doing this in my opponent's upkeep. Now I'm allowing them to like bolt my Thalia on end step and get value from their mana. That was bad. Not punished, but still was bad. But to go back to teaching for the fall, and it seems like a bunch of places are shutting down with COVID outbreaks. Yeah, which makes sense, honestly. Okay, so they can draw the bolt if they want to, which is bad for us, obviously. Land, please. How about another Aether Vial? Vial doesn't trigger tracker. Feels bad, man. Interesting that they could have put the bolt on top and they chose not to. Vial is kind of a land. I mean, it's basically a land, right? Interesting that they chose to keep Remand in the matchup. Seems not easy to get value from. It might have been actually actively bad to cast Vial. Oh yeah, it was. It definitely was. But honestly, I was not playing around my opponent keeping Remands in. Because why would they? I mean, we have to put pressure. Like, I know I'm playing this. I'm not getting any value. This is just terrible. But, like, I just need to put on pressure. Because I'm just dying to my opponent just hitting land drops and eventually killing me. So... And I think even though I have a bunch of 3-drops, I'm going to do this here. Shit. Yeah, we don't have any value here, which is like, it's the saddest timeline if we think about it. Alright, give me... What do we want to draw? Golos. Golos into Dryad. Alright. Alright, so we can't call because we don't have green mana, but we can instant speed Ewit, get back Reclaimer. And Violin Reclaimer. It's not nothing, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying out the Vestige because of a suggestion by a player that went 5-0 in the latest prelim. And I have not been particularly impressed by it so far. Definitely not been super impressed by it. And I have not really found situations where I was actively looking for it. And right now it's actually a lot worse, right? Because I could have gotten Illidan's Call there, and that allows me to go fetch from Mind Sensor. But instead I'm kind of forced into doing this because like we're just have nothing going on, right? Snapcaster, Growth Spiral. Not putting Bolt on top is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're missing 1 mountain to start triggering Valakut naturally. So many vials. Alright, so this one's gonna go up to 6. This one's gonna stay at 3. This one's gonna go up to 2. Vesuva. Vesuva. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Have I tried playing green in my deck? Yes. Did I hear about Belarus? No. No, I did not. This is really tough. I think I need to hold up. I need to hold up ball activation. Spotlight is gonna make sure you talk to reasonable people. Yeah, I honestly just stay away from politics altogether. At least on my streams. Let's see what they do here. Well, this used to be maybe or not, who knows? Yeah, but I mean, so is like the whole coronavirus. Coronavirus is also history. It's just, it's perfectly fine. Just don't want to talk about it on stream. So if they found Scapeshift, we're just dead. Not much that we can. Yeah, fuck. We're just dead. Man, move to 4. Move to 4 is tough. We can gain 2 life, very likely to be enough. Very unlikely to be enough, I mean. Unless my opponent gets fancy for whatever reason. Yeah, these all seem to be going to my face. Which means that I'm probably dead. Alright. Man, it's so tough. Opponent didn't even play around the Mind Sensor. Can you imagine if we Mind Sensor in response to Scapeshift? It's basically the dream. Alright, 2-1 losing to our absolute worst matchup. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. It's okay. Just gonna get another 4-1. Just get another 4-1, easy. If you call me a terrorist enough in chat, do you think we'll be able? He will put on some sort of list? What? I'm kind of tired after 5-0 win with the Nyx Bloom deck. Those were some long matches. Ooh, this player always plays Scapeshift. But the red-green version. Oh, they might be playing Ponza, yeah. But I'm tired of getting 5-0. Yeah, I got exhausted. Just 5-0ing too much. Clothes. Usually this matchup is alright. It's not like insane or anything. But I think overall I feel favored in this one. Three mana. What is this? Bone Crusher Giant. Scavengers. Okay. So this is actually gonna save me more damage if I untap with it. I play Dryad. And we Reclaimer. Then I can use the Steve to block the Giant. Bolt on Reclaimer. Okay. Slightly annoying, but okay. I guess the problem with this line is the fact that we don't have guaranteed Titan next turn. Bloodbraid. We don't have guaranteed Titan mana now. Planes. One, two, three. Courser. Feels bad, man. What do I want to kill? I think I want to kill this Kusi. Or should I kill the Arbor Elf? Now they have enough mana to guess anything they want, so I guess I should kill this Scapeshift. Even if I kill this, the Clothes is still active, so I might as well kill the more threatening one. Alright, is the last card Glorybringer? It's pretty good too. It's pretty good too. It's a good one to have as the last card. And now they drew the Glorybringer. Oh, another Season Pyro. Alright. Okay, so is this lethal? So yes, we get Valakut plus Sanctuary, and we do 18. We deal only 18. Is that correct? That's 2 triggers now. No, that's 4 triggers. No, that's actually lethal. So that's 4 triggers, that's 12. Then 2 more, that's 6. And that's 24. Yeah. No. It's actually better for us to get Valakut plus Sanctuary. It gives us more triggers. Yeah, I made 0 land drop so far. So yeah, this is correct. Always yes, always, but just inexperienced with the whole Dryad lines. Yep. We'll play a nice game of Magic the Gathering. It was a nice game of Magic the Gathering. How do you folks like Oriok Champion? Pro black, pro red? Actually, I don't mind it. Seems better than Thalia. Pretty mopey. Pedroles, thank you for that Twitch Prime subscription. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Welcome. Thank you for the support. Corsair is great. It would can be kind of medium. I think I like her though. Knight. Well, actually, Knight can be just like a big dumb dude. The problem is like it's so bad against Scavenging Ooze and Clothis. Thracker on the draw good enough. Well, you want to have access to cards that will win you the game through a Blood Moon, right? I think I'm kind of off Oriok Champion. Really love this deck. Oh, thank you, Pedro. Appreciate it. Sure. It's got some nice removal. Got good mana, even in the face of Blood Moon. Ooh. Good basic plains. We're gonna have to Vial on one. Tranquil Thicket. It's not one you see every day. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling the Crumbling Vestiges. I guess singular. Crumbling Vestige. Gargaroth. Play Gargaroth. It's kind of good. Bone Crusher. We can call next turn for Ewit. Just gonna delay the decision a little bit, because if we draw a land, we might want to call for just Dryad so we can play Titan and just win on the spot. So definitely want to try to keep the life total high a little bit there. Okay. It's a card. See some Pyro. Glorybringer. 0 cards left in hand, so this is basically good to go here. We can Dryad here. Get a free block. We take 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this seems better to me. So we go get Dryad. If we find a land, we get to Titan and we effectively win on the spot. If we don't, we get to Gargaroth. Courser's fine. Nice. Just casually get the best of both worlds. Easy. I sided out Nylea in this matchup. And somebody was asking why I'm not playing Summoner's Pact. I can't remember who it was. I just kind of saw it a little bit there. And it's exactly what we just saw, right? Like where the deck actually, when it has stuff to do, it's so like being able to call for something. Not only can we get access to Thalia, Champion, or Mind Sensor Eidolon, which does happen, but also it's because there's no tempo loss with El Alambr's Call. You are paying the cost up front instead of, you know, pacting for 0, but the fact that you don't have any tempo loss going on, it's kind of a big deal. Why am I playing wrong at course? And now that is a very, very valid question right there. Can I keep this hand that doesn't do anything for the first 3 turns? Oh, it was you, Pedro? Okay, yeah, that's the reason why. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it, but I'm not happy about it. Particularly if we're playing against an aggro deck, we're probably gonna get completely run over. Oh. Oh, cool. We're playing against a nonsense deck, so we're fine. So I'm playing Sanctuary here because if my opponent does spend their turn to Ghost Quarter me, I'm okay with that because that means that they don't have Arbiter. Yep. So if they want to GQ right now, they can, but that means that I get to shuffle. Oh, we're still okay. That's an interesting one. Very interesting one. Let's see what happens here, but I'm probably going to be playing that one. No Scholar. They could still Scholar on my draw step, which is probably what's going to happen here. Yeah. So Scholar on my draw step. Annoying, but that's fine. I probably have to take the Knight of Bottom. Yep. Which means that I'm gonna be doing this, and I guess I'm gonna copy their Courtyard. And they need to have Arbiter or another. Oh, they don't have Arbiter, so otherwise they wouldn't have done that. You would have knighted. If we play knight and my opponent has Strangler, we lose the game, right? Because we're super far behind. So I think that playing around Strangler there is the correct line. Play Golos. Probably gonna get fetch land here, even though it might sound weird. It gives me more zombies later. And it also grows my knight past. It grows my knight past Strangler. Get Cataract from collection? No. I don't think Cascading Cataract is worth playing in this deck. Like, the mana is already messy as it is. Definitely not interested in making it even more messy. My opponent messed it up here. If they had exiled literally any other land, then I wouldn't be getting this token. It's similar to what we talked about earlier about wait. Oh no, that actually makes sense. Never mind. Yeah, so that actually works. My bad. We would get it here if we had it. Yeah, but any other time that you draw it, and yeah, it's not worth playing in your deck. I can guarantee that. The mana in the deck is already a little bit sketch, as is. So I don't think it's a good idea to make it even sketchier, you know? Okay, so we have to find the Dryad ASAP here. Not bad. Oh, we can Blast Zone too. But I'm gonna do that with the Knight, so we're gonna get Radiant Fountain here. Because we can that's what we're gonna do, Magus. That's exactly what I'm planning on doing here. But we do that with the Knight. We don't do the we don't get the Blast Zone with the Reclaimer because he would enter tapped. But yeah, that's the play that I'm gonna go for here. That messes things up so much. That messes things up so much. I think we still have to go for it. How did we get this much mana? Because my opponent was pathing me like nonsense. They pathed me twice, so we ramped a bunch. Then I sacked my flagstones to the Reclaimer, so we would value a bunch of different ways. Yeah, so they're probably gonna blink now. And now they're gonna blink the Blast Zone here. The good thing is that we have exactly this turn to try to find Dryad, and if we do, we're gonna win. So, Dryad. Golos, no. Dryad. Nope. Dryad. Shit. Okay, now we're dead. Attack with everything. I guess we have one more draw. No, we don't. No, we don't, because then we would need to use the knight. So we do not have one more. And we can only gain 2 life. Even a Courser would have been kind of okay. Like, we would have been able to work with a Courser there. Drawing nothing is rough. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Alright, Pats are good. Knight is good. Arasta is good. Thalias are horrible. Bog is horrible. How do we feel about Nylea? Draw the return, try the Miracle Terminus. That I missed that line, Magus, you're right. Should have made my opponent play around it, you know? This kind of Taxes deck are often okay matchups. I feel favored against them. Alright, Reclaimer off the top, one time. Giver. That doesn't matter too much. Reclaimer off the top, one time. Let's go. In before Cat Jesus. Ugh. Hand is not developing nicely. Hand is not developing nicely. Displacer. Give me something good. Okay. I'm not gonna block though. Here. Thought not. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Okay. This is tough. This is tough. not that this was possible. Everything is possible. This is complicated. This is really complicated. Now they have double displacer activation. If we draw a Courser, we can barrel it in, so that's cool. But like the fact that they have Giver plus Displacer going means that this path is not even that great. Another Thought Knot. Okay. So we have to do this. This is tough. Okay, so this is gonna stay on 3. That's pretty sick. So we have to hard cast here. Gain some life. Doesn't matter, whatever. But now we can vial something in and we can path the displacer. So unless they top deck exactly another displacer right now. This should be pretty solid for us. Remember when I said that exactly this had to happen exactly this turn, and any turn after this it was gonna be okay? Well, isn't that funny? Okay, so it's actually when they have 2 mana, they can like trigger and then they trigger again. So it's better for me to have the path in hand here. Oh no! I should have gotten the Blast Zone. Whoops. Whoopsies. Te está dando buenos resultados y por qué lo decidí jugar por encima de Amulet just for fun. Cachopu no, en este momento es mejor que Amulet porque le gana a Eldrazi y Amulet no le gana a Eldrazi. Básicamente eso. No es, definitivamente no es un meme. O sea, mirate los videos que vengo haciendo contenido sobre este deck hace un montón, así que mirate los videos y vas a ver. How can I play them? How can I mess them up here? If I double block this displacer, they're gonna blink it. And we take 4, 8. So I guess I triple block over here. That's the line. ¿Eres argentino y como un tonto hablando en inglés? No, no, sí soy argento, soy argento. Okay, so now Displacer dies, which means that we can kill the other Displacer. Which means that they get to exile my Golos if they want to. Now if they blink one of their Thought Knots, which is probably what they're gonna do, like they know they're hitting this Golos. Yeah. It's not the end of the world. We're gonna be able to gain some life to Knight of Autumn. They don't get to shuffle, so that's cool. Definitely keep these on 3. Another Golos. Damn, son. Like I really want to gain the life here. I could just play the Flagstones and decline to search. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we start making field tokens. I think so. Man, it feels really bad to do this, but I gain 2 more life too. Yeah, no, this is actually too much value to bust up, I think. This is just a little bit too much value to bust up. I know that Golos would have been a great draw there, but so this can be gain 2 or this can be a 4-3. Another Arbiter. I also might want to blow up this Vial, I guess. I think I'm just going to hold on to this Knight for now. Keep these on 3. Brutal. Probably going to be shuffling this away for sure. Let's make a 4-3. So we're gonna put a 4-3 in front of this one and all the other ones in front of the other one. One, 2, 3, 4. Pay for this guy. Pay for this guy. Fetch. Fuck me, I guess. So if they have another Thought Knot or a Scholar, that kind of messes us up a little bit. Another Thought Knot, yep. Bye bye, prime time. Feels bad, man. So they can go Squatter me here, but that gives me a shuffle, which is not bad. 2, 1, 2. And we should still get the Sombo. Ooh, that armor skull. Okay, okay. Things are starting to look up here. Redundant Vial, definitely not great for them. Oof, too many redundant Vials. Okay, so I think we're just going to go get Raminap with this Eldrazi skull. And that's probably just going to be a little bit too much value for them. ¿Se acumulan los efectos de los árbitros? Sí, se acumulan. Así que hay que pagar 4 ahora. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're 1 mana short of going to get a Titan here. Oh, wow. All right. Opponent packs it in. All right, sweet. We're able to navigate that to a win. Honestly, I think it has to do with my opponent getting a little bit reckless with that attack. I don't know why they got so hasty there. As long as they keep... I guess that maybe they feel like my draw steps are better than theirs. Maybe they feel like my draw steps are better than theirs, so they need to get the game done with. They probably got bored. I'm not discarding that. Not discarding that. Yeah, we're gonna go to 5. This color is actually not awful here. Now they seems good at these grindy matchups. Yeah, but like this deck has an aggro plan. Analia doesn't really play into that aggro plan. So that's why I'm choosing to do this. Got punished for leading with field, by the way. Okay, so with this trigger on the stack, I guess I'm gonna pass the other one. It forces them to get the Steve again. My opponent says that plan backfired. I drew my last land off the top. Oof, feels bad, man. When Path to Exile is Source to Plowshares with Upside, feels good, man. No te cabe una Dryad Arbor en el mazo por sinergia con el Vial. Las manos. No, es muy mala. Cuando robás la Dryad Arbor, se siente como que perdés el. Inmediatamente perdiste el game. That's a sick top deck. That's such a sick top deck. Such a sick top deck. Wow. That's exactly what we needed there. Path on that? Sign me up. Block there. Pay for this. Sack. Probably gonna get a planes here actually. I don't want my opponent to just like play a Ghost Quarter and just like blow up my thing, and we're in trouble, you know. Okay, so we can pay for Arbiter. Pay for Arbiter. We can only play a 2-drop. Okay, so we're just gonna pass here. Another Wisp. This is a lot of fucking pressure. So for our entire turn, we're not going to have access to that. So we don't have second green. We can do here is we can get Tracker. When the land comes back, it's going to allow us to draw a card. Trades with Arbiter. I guess. Eldrazi Temple. Alright, so if they have one of the Eldrazi, we're gonna be in trouble. Another Wisp? Shit. So they're probably gonna do the same trick again here. White. Interesting. They can path me here. We don't get to search. So we're just dead now. I guess if we find exactly Vesuva on the top. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're just dead. All right. All right. One more turn. I still think we're dead, but it's not gonna be good enough, but it was still sweet that that happened. still sweet that it happened, but it's, yeah, the third wisp, we would have been able to beat 2 wisps, but the third one was a little bit too much pressure. Rest in peace. Okay. GG's. Yeah, more we just said to the wisps. Alright, 3 and 2. It's my first time actually losing to this kind of deck, I think. Maybe I lost one time. But overall they are, like, because they're kind of clunky. Also we moved to 4, I think, or 5. So it's not, and honestly it's not crazy. Like, we really felt like there were multiple turns where we just didn't do anything. We had a couple of solid exchanges, but it was just not enough. I still think those are good matchups for us. Gargs and hope no second path. I could have gone for Gargaroth, but like, it's so risky, right? The other alternative would have been to go for Dryad and try to naturally draw a Valakut, but it's so bad though. We didn't have time for Blast Zone because each one of the wisps actually would have reset the Blast Zone, so... How do you like Aria Champion? I didn't cast it a single time. I think I didn't bring it in a single time, and in consequence I didn't cast it a single time. But to be fair, like, we didn't play against any decks where I would have brought it in, and we also did not play against any decks where I would have brought in Core Firewalker either, so... Kakarot needs to work on ETB as well. Yeah. Just like, why doesn't this trigger on ETB, right? Like, why it's only attacks or blocks? Should be like Uro. Uro triggers on ETB, right? Anyway, probably gonna continue testing this. Like, honestly, Crumbly Bestie was terrible. Like, I didn't want this card a single time, and we even found a situation where I'm like, if this were a Temple Garden, my mana would have been a lot easier. So, like, it was a fun thought experiment. Like, maybe there's gonna be like some specific situations where you would want the Vestige, but it's just like, it's so much better as a Temple Garden. Just like makes your mana significantly better, obviously, and also the synergies with Flagstones that we're not missing out of. The other consideration was cutting Castle, but like, Castle is just so nuts when your opponent doesn't expect it. And just having access to the one-off that you can tutor for with Reclaimer or Knight of the Reliquary in order to like speed up your Titan for a turn, it's pretty valuable. It could be cut, 100% it could be cut, but like, I have found multiple situations where I wanted to go and fetch for specifically Castle. I mean, like in Canopy, yeah, I mean, Vista is another option, but like, if you're playing Vista, then you probably want to go up to the 7th basic, and then like, if you have an opener that is like Vista, Valakut, and like basic Forest, like, your mana is shit. And if your mana is instead like Temple Garden, Valakut, Forest, like, your mana is just perfect. You can turn 1 something or turn 2 something, and then you're ready to go on turn 3, and you're not time walking yourself. I think that the cost of Vista is very, very underappreciated. We already have enough lands that enter the battlefield tapped on turn 1, so I'd rather make sure that I have a land that allows me to cast both Vial and Reclaimer on turn 1 if I want to. Went into situations where I needed a Vestige. It's rare, so I didn't think it was worth trimming a real land. Yeah, that's the problem. Like, any land that you cut has a very real cost. Like, if you cut Blast Zone, then your Boggles matchup becomes almost unwinnable. If you cut the Bog, then your Dredge matchup becomes significantly worse. You could cut one of the fields, but like, is it really worth it? You could cut one of the Valakuts, but like, you're missing out on a lot of kill potential whenever you have your combo going. Like, every card that you cut has a very, very real cost. And it's not like Vestige you're not adding to the consistency on the deck. In fact, you're slightly adding to it inconsistency in order to allow yourself for some like boosts of mana here and there. It was definitely worth trying, but do you think now you're sure enough matchups to be main deckable? Well, the thing is that usually in the matchups where you need Nylea, it's because those matchups are going to go long, so your chances of drawing the Nylea are higher because the games are going to go longer and you're going to see more cards. And whenever you finally see Nylea, or you can even call for Nylea even, whenever you find Nylea, it's going to be insane, like against John, against all the control decks and stuff. Champion in the sideboard must be really scared of prowess. I mean, yes, yes. And I'm not even sure that champion is the option. We tried core Firewalker, and I got paired against prowess exactly once, and Firewalker was pretty nice. Una Worship de Vanquish contra las Blitz, como la ves. Sí, Worship era otra opción, pero me parece que Champion va a ser mejor. Porque Prowess, o sea, el problema es que nunca estás ahead on board contra Prowess, ¿no? Ese es el problema. Entonces, básicamente jugar algo que no te pone ahead on board. O sea, Worship solo funciona... I'm going to explain in English. So they're suggesting Worship, and the reason why I don't think that Worship it's so good, it's because Worship works whenever you're ahead on board, right? Because if you don't have that much of a board state, the prowess opponent can just like kill your stuff and just kill you. So also it's a 4 mana do nothing, right? While Arrow Champion is something that I can play earlier in the game proactively, and it does stuff to keep me alive. It blocks eternally basically. So Firewalker 1 mana match against Blizzard. Yeah. Firewalker is definitely one of the other options that I was considering. In fact, I tested Firewalker yesterday. Firewalker is a little bit better against Blitz specifically, but it's worse against the black version, like the black-red prowess deck, because they can just push your core Firewalker and that's it. That's what it was, you know. And it's actually worse against, like, we can bring champion against like shadow decks and stuff like that, and it's gonna be amazing. And not so much against, you know, the core Firewalker, not so much. So Worship only works if your opponent doesn't have interaction. Yeah, and even still, it's kind of medium, right? But the problem with prowess is precisely that. If we could easily get ahead on board of prowess, the matchup would be a lot easier. The problem with prowess is that they are killing all of our dudes while they are attacking us with their prowess creatures. So they keep up the pressure and they stay ahead on board, and we cannot keep up because we're spending 3 mana for our creatures, and then our opponent just like bolts plus lava darts the Dryad and swing for 3 with 2 creatures, you know? That's the issue. If we could stay ahead on board, then it would be a lot easier to figure out, but that's just not the case. With Auriok Champion, then you could play Worship, right? Because you can be pretty sure that Auriok Champion is basically never going to be removed. The problem there is, of course, that, well, you're just devoting so many slots for the Worship, and at that point, is the Worship even worth playing our champion? -1 per amigo Titan, -1 per amigo command. Why? Cachopu. It's the question that I ask. Everybody comes suggesting random stuff, and my answer is always the same. Why? What makes you think that you want that? What matchups are you helping? Why is X better than the card that I'm currently running? And yeah, etc. Why? Why is always the question. If you could give me a solid why, I would consider it. But if you can't, then 1 copy of Heliod could be fun. Course of Berserkers. Yeah, but you're still in the same. We're still in the same situation. Like, you're not fixing anything, right? Heliod doesn't fix anything, and it doesn't, like, we're never gonna get Heliod active. Nylea is not that tough to activate. Heliod is unkillable versus the next and solo with shadow. That's just not true. You need your rest your deck to do stuff. It doesn't solo with shadow. That's just not a. It's just not a true statement. Should have some Rents if you do that. Add Cycle Lens and maybe some other Cycle Lens and maybe an Astral Drift if you're gonna add Cycle. That's a good point. That's a good idea actually. Gonna try that out. Yeah, thank you, Douglas. We got a 3 and 2 here. Not too great. Not too great in this league. But the overall record now goes up to 58-17. You can do the math with that one. Because I certainly can't off the top of my head. What are so far the tough matchups? Prowess and Scapeshift. We have a good matchup against all the blue control decks, but Scapeshift specifically is bad. Oh, an Amulet. Amulet is basically unwinnable. You know what they say, 3-2 means spin the wheel again. No, I've been streaming for 6 hours, my friend. I played 2 leagues and it's been 6 hours because the first league was 3 hours and a half, so there's that. Alright folks, thank you so much for watching. As always, I really enjoy when you are here. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, leave some comments if you want to, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and see you later.